Hi, everybody. Welcome to EZLynx Live. I'm your host, Ryan Beukema. On today's show, we're going to be talking about AI. Now, we have multiple solutions in the system today that really help your agency become more efficient, more productive, all through the use of EVA and our AI technology. So today, we're going to have our product manager, Anoop Bargur. He's going to come on. He's going to be talking about the goals of AI and EZLynx. He's going to discuss what some of the features are that we have. And then later, we're going to have our senior associate product manager, Waji Khan. He's going to come on. He's going to demo some of the cool features for you guys. But before we bring them on, let's start with a quick shout out for AppliedNet, which is going to be coming up October 6th through the 9th at the Aria Resort in Las Vegas. We really hope everybody comes out and joins us. We're going to have some amazing things out in Vegas this year. Let's break down just a little bit of it. We have, for our ACN members, we're running some special pricing right now. So whenever you're going in to register, make sure you're using the email address that our Applied Client Network is aware of, right? And if you're not a member of the Applied Client Network and you'd like to join up, don't worry about it. You'll be able to do so whenever you're registering for the event. So another thing to call out real quick here is going to be our special pricing code, right? So for all the EZLynx agents, make sure you're entering in the code EZL25. That's EZL25. That's going to be able to get you the special pricing. But we have some great things at Vegas this year. We have 26 sessions that we're going to be doing. One of them, of course, being the EZLynx keynote, which everybody loves, and then also our roundtable session. But we're also going to have 24 sessions that are a mix of hands-on labs, courses where we're going to be able to provide you guys with material that you can take back to your agency, some best practices. And this year, big change, we're going to have some sessions that are even run by some of our power users, some of our agents. So this is great because it's going to give you guys the ability to hear what your peers are doing in the system, to see how your peers are maximizing it. So please come out this year. We hope to see you there. The product team will be there from EZLynx, so we'll be able to hopefully be able to talk with you guys. Again, it's October 6th through the 9th at the Aria Resort in Las Vegas. So please join us. All right, joining us now here on EZLynx Live is a very familiar face.
Yep.
Anoop Bargur, our product manager in charge of a lot of products under the EZLynx umbrella, but today the important one is AI. Anoop is here to talk to us about AI.
A lot about AI.
Yeah, a lot of stuff about AI. So I guess let's kick things off. Let's talk about how does EZLynx look at AI? How do we look at it in the application? Like what do we think of it from the system standpoint?
So at EZLynx, we see AI as a strategic enabler for the agencies. So our stated goal is to make sure that the agents are twice as productive. So, and we want to do this without disrupting their existing workflows. So the approach has been pretty simple, is to make sure AI is available where it can add the most value within their existing workflows.
Okay.
We do not want to create a brand new workflow just to show that, hey, EZLynx can do AI. But we want to use this opportunity to enhance the overall experience.
So we've had a lot of thought about analyzing our agents' workflows and understanding from an AI standpoint, it would be best if we fit it in here. I'm guessing we had a lot of different user workshops, trainings to understand all this stuff so that we made sure that we're bringing the maximum value of it, right?
Correct. We had to talk to a lot of agents just to understand, am I adding value or am I just saying we did something as a checkbox and just giving it to them as a product?
Mm-hmm.
So the fruit of all the research, what we did is what you currently see within the product for AI, which is it helps you in your workflows. It doesn't add more overhead to your workflows, but provides tremendous value within.
So it's basically there to make things more efficient.
Yes.
That's it. You're not having to do extra stuff to be able to do things. It's just going to make it more efficient for you.
Correct.
Perfect. What are some of the AI features that we have out today that agents can actually leverage in the system?
Perfect. So one of the first features we launched was what we call as Content Assist. EVA is our parent AI brand name. So EVA Content Assist. So what we saw was some of the content available within EZLynx were of slightly older values. So what we did was we provided AI to the agencies to say, ask anything from the AI to create the content for your email, which can help you with the personality of the agency, of the customer. You can add lineage like movie-based quoting or sports-based quoting. So you can add a lot of value to the email campaigns that you create, and when you send it out, has a better response rate.
So when you're interacting with EVA and you're trying to engage it to come up with, like, say, an email about home renewals, right? Because I don't know where I want to get started, but I know I want to mention XYZ.
Correct.
Are the responses you're getting specifically catered to insurance, or could you ask it, hey, what's 2 plus 2? Like, can you ask the AI to other things?
No, it can't help you do your
Just
homework.
insurance.
No, just insurance.
Okay.
So it's always going to bring you back towards insurance. So we've taken care to ensure that it doesn't go outside of the sphere of insurance. It'll always pull you back in.
So that's really neat. So we can leverage the tool to come up with maybe some verbiage that we want to leverage inside of an email. Once EVA has provided us with what they think the message could be, are we stuck, or can you edit it?
You can always edit everything that is being generated via AI, and we advise you to actually review it before you send it out or even insert that within your campaigns. None of this is locked down, so you can change everything in it. If you don't like it, ask AI to regenerate it again and still have the ability to edit it.
So if anything, you can leverage EVA to get going as a stepping stone. I don't really know the direction. I know kind of where I want to go. I don't know exactly how I want to get there.
Correct.
And EVA can be utilized to either you can just use that content or you can
edit it the way
you want. Now, one of the things that we saw in AppliedNet last year that kind of wowed some people is EVA can translate.
Yes, this has been one of the most used features. What we have seen so far is once the agency has a certain number of clientele that speak a language other than English, what we saw the agencies use was ask it to change it to that specific language, and EVA does a fantastic job of converting that content. And you can use that within your email campaigns without, with no problems. We just request you to just make sure you read through it, understand the nuances of the language, but it does a great job of converting it.
So one of the big takeaways that I'm kind of hearing here is always, even though AI is helping, even though EVA is putting together the content for you, you still need to have that interaction.
Absolutely.
You still need to go and verify and make sure, is this really what I want it to be? To make sure that everything goes out. You still got that human touch there that we talked about. So what are some of the other features that we have right now for it?
So from what we have seen is the agencies are now with access to multiple communication channels like emails, text messages, phone calls. There are various channels of all these information that is coming to an agency, but it's still connected to an applicant. So, for example, if a customer calls into an agency and it's not the agent who worked on the policy, they now have to review the emails, they now have to review the text messages, and hopefully someone has noted down everything, but you still need to review it anyways. So we saw this as a pain point because now the customer is on the call and you're now reviewing their prior history for 5 minutes before you're able to service them. So what we did was we added an ability to use AI to provide a quick summary. We call that as EVA Summarization. So it's available right there within their applicant overview page. Just a single button, click that, and you would get a quick snapshot of a summary based on a timeline. So if you had a lot of interactions in the last week, you can get it. A month, you can get it. In the last release, we even deployed an option where they could get a summary for the last 12 months. So if you had a home policy that you spoke to the customer like 11 months ago, you can still get a summary for it.
That's great. And, I think this being able to get a summary of account this is a perfect time, right? Everybody, it's the summer. People are on vacation, which means other people are going to be working other people's desks. So it's very likely that somebody's going to call in, and the unfortunate person who answers the phone, I really don't know what John Doe needs. But it doesn't matter because, to me, I'm the agency, and I need to be able to help John Doe no matter what. So being able to get that summary is huge.
It's huge.
Huge importance.
Absolutely.
Huge importance. So what else? What other things do we have?
So the other aspect what we saw is now that EZLynx is such a large product, not everyone knows all the workflows all the time. So one of the things we saw the agents doing was go to the help center, read through the articles, trying to get to the workflows that they wanted. we wanted to save this time for the agents to be able to get that information quickly. So we created EVA Product Assistance. Now this AI bot that is part of the EVA package it has been trained on EZLynx Help Center articles. So if you want to know how to set up an email campaign, it's going to give you a step-by-step instructions as to how to set it up. And it's going to follow you as you navigate through those panes. So if it says go to Communication Center, you can go to Communication Center and the instructions are still there. So you can do
So it's step-by-step walkthrough of how to use it, how to get through it. That's, again, huge. If we're bringing on new staff and they don't know how to do something, you can ask EVA, and it'll tell you how to do it in the system, which is big. Big deal.
And even experienced staff who might have not used that specific workflow for a long time, just ask it and it'll give you an answer immediately.
That's huge. How do some of the agents get access to these AI features today?
The entire EVA package is available for advanced package users. So if you are on any other package other than advanced, you'll have to reach out to your sales and get upgraded to advanced.
With the advanced package, then they're able to do the account summarization. They're able to do the product assistant where it tells them how to do things, as well as the EVA content, right, for the emails. Those are all huge things.
Yeah.
I don't want to steal any kind of thunder from what you might have at AppliedNet, right? The big conference that we talked about at the beginning of the show coming out October 6th to the 9th. Let's plug. What can you give any sneak peek or give us an idea of maybe if there's new AI stuff coming up that we might be showing off at AppliedNet?
Yep.
What it might be.
So one of the channels, as I said, the summarization is a huge feature set to be able to get information. So we will be allowing this summarization tool to be inserted in various other places, which is outside of the product. So you could get an EZLynx applicant summary outside of the product.
Wow. That's huge.
Yes.
That's huge. So it's not just limited to inside of EZLynx. We're able to leverage EVA and AI outside with different connections to the system.
Yep.
That is cool.
Apart from that, you will now also within EVA, within EZLynx, you would be able to get summarizations for only text messages, only emails, or only your notes.
Wow. So it's not just at the whole account level.
No.
You can pick specific things I want summaries of.
Yeah, if you had like a 200 messages thread, just ask for a summary. It's going to give you right there.
So another good reason for everybody to come out to AppliedNet this year, because you're going to be able to see some of this cool stuff that we're doing. Anoop, thank you. As always, great to have you on the show. We look forward to seeing you at AppliedNet this year.
Yep,
you'll be there. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, joining me now, as I'd promised, is our Senior Associate Product Manager, Waji Khan. Waji, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Good having you back. Waji was on last year. Last year we talked a little bit about AI. You might have seen Waji. He's been at AppliedNet. He's run a lot of our sessions. So I think this year we'll do something very similar. Have Waji come on a little later in the year. We'll talk more about some of the AppliedNet stuff coming up. But today, Waji, you're here to demo some of the things that Anoop talked about.
Absolutely. I'm excited to show you what's new, what's happening on AI.
Okay, so let's dive right into the system and take a look at it.
All right. Now we're here in EZLynx. I want to show you how EVA works, kind of in a day-to-day format. So let's get started. First thing I pulled up here is kind of our email campaign templates area. So as you know, if you have templates you've made from the past, it might be a good idea every once a quarter would be great, but once a year is fine to go in, refresh them. So I have, my birthday templates 2024. It's been a while.
Been a bit.
And it's going to get stale. People are going to recognize that. So go in and edit it. And I want to show you how powerful EVA is to give it new life. So I'm going to go ahead and click the edit button here. It's going to take me to the template. It's fine. It's, wish you a happy birthday. It's very basic. And I want to give this another life. And what I'm going to do is highlight the text.
So this is an email that you've already typed up. It's been sitting there waiting. You've highlighted it, and I see generate content with EVA.
Yes, and don't judge my writing too much. I mean, it's just very simple and short, but I want to have a better version of this. So now what's going to take me to the EVA interface here. Now you'll see what it's actually done for me is actually create a prompt. So prompt's how you talk to EVA. It's like you would talk to a coworker. And it's very short right now, but I want to make it a little longer and a little casual so I can play with these parameters. And you'll see on the left here, we also have these wonderful templates. So
this is a lot like Automation Center over here on the left, where we've done some of the thinking for them, come up with ideas of what they may want to write about. It's created some content already.
Exactly. It's a starting point. So if you have a new agency, you're not sure what kind of templates or campaigns to set up, take a look here, welcome to your agency, holiday times, and you can talk about different lines of businesses, cross-selling, upselling opportunities, servicing, what have you. And again, it's very similar to this. Once you click it, it'll pre-fill kind of a prompt, but you can go in, and I would urge you to go in and maybe tweak it a little bit, maybe make it more personal to your agency. So I know customers will make it centered around maybe they're fans of a certain sports team, or they donate a certain amount of proceeds, or they're very involved in their community. So you can add extra clarity like that, where it's like, and add a dad joke. I've heard that. In fact, we can do that here. So play around with it. And we're going to go ahead and take our existing email for birthday, and we're going to add a little dad joke to make it more fun and make it a little longer and see what we get. So Eva's going to craft the message for me.
So you've typed up the message. You gave it some additional stuff, like I wanted jokes thrown in, right? And it looks like it made it longer and it made it more casual.
Yeah, and it's made it, you know what? It's a little too long for me. I do want to shorten it. So I'm going to go ahead and shorten this a tad.
It understands tad.
Yeah,
it's an increment of size.
Yeah,
of length. It's tad.
It's very intelligent, so I understand.
Wow,
so
look at that.
You know what? It's still got my joke in there, and it's perfect. So I can use this one if I want. I can insert it right into my email, and it's good to go. One thing I can do from there is continue editing the email itself. Another great idea. So we have a lot of customers who speak in different languages. So I know people I've talked to at AppliedNet and several other agencies saying that, I have Spanish-speaking customers here in Texas, or in New York, they have a whole subset who are only speaking Chinese. So I can create a special template, Spanish, please, and my coworkers always like to make fun of me because I say please and thank you to the AI, but it will go ahead and create a Spanish version.
So this is what Anoop talked about, which is a pretty heavily utilized feature within EVA, that it can translate and take the email from the current language to another one.
Yep.
Wow.
And again, I would urge you to, you can make a separate template. This could be a Spanish version, and you can save that however you like to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and just stick with the English version for now, because I don't speak that great of Spanish. So you definitely want to go in, and this goes to another point, is go in and proofread it, because you want to make sure you double check the work. This is still, you're in the driver's seat. So I'm going to go actually back to.
So you went back to, you had a
Spanish version,
the output version, the Spanish version, but you chose, I don't want to use this one. You went back up to the earlier one, and it looks like you're choosing, I want to use this one.
Yeah,
instead.
I can go back in my conversation log, and even though if I wanted to use the original one way back here, but I like this one in the middle. If I clicked insert content, it would just include the very last one.
The latest one.
Because it's just going right off. So I'm going to use this middle one. It's inserting it. Boom. Now it's in here. And again, highly recommend, you're the one in the driver's seat. This is your assistant, not taking over anything in that regard. So you want to double check it. Make sure your tags are right. If those are the ones you like, the fallback high. Maybe that's a little too casual. Maybe I want to go, if I don't have the customer's name for some reason, hello. And give it a good proofread. Make sure it really aligns with your corporate, branding, language, colors, however you like. But this is a great, great starting point. Again, 2025 template. Now I can go ahead and save that, and I have a newer version.
And that's what Anoop pointed out, that even though it provides you with its version of what they think the template could be, what they think it could be worded, you have that ability to go in and change it.
Absolutely.
Even after that. Even after you load the content into that email, you could still edit.
Yes. So then this way you have this template ready to go, and now I can send this out to my customer. Now it's a little bit more jokey than it was last year. Again, refresh it. Another thing I want to show you is we're going to move on to another place that people can use is not only in your templates. How often are you really setting this up? Maybe once a year, you're set and forget it. Well, customers love using this within our regular one-off email product. So I have your account pulled up here. If I want to send you an email, of course, I can click on the email product right there, and I still have to generate content with EVA.
So it's not limited to just working in email templates and email campaigns. You can leverage EVA to come up with content even in your one-off emails.
Absolutely. So if I want to send you a short, casual email letting you know I have your policy renewal, let's see. And in fact, I can make my prompts very short, because this is programmed specifically, as Anoop mentioned, for email campaigns, emails, as an agent from insurance.
It's all insurance-based information that you're going to be getting out of EVA and how it works.
Oh yeah, if I made a quick note here, I can say, all right, make this much longer, and I can keep tweaking it from there. Again, this is like a chat back and forth. And if I'm saying, okay, I'm fine with that, I can send you a quick email. Saves me time instead of thinking. However I want to do this, you'll still have those controls here like you would. and your EVA product. So really great way to get the communication going and save you time on your customer's account.
So that's utilizing AI to handle our email content assist. What's next? What else are we able to do here? I think summarization was another.
Yeah, I'm in your account right now, and I'll be honest, you got a lot going on, right? I mean, this is a very deep account. You got a lot of activity here. So
it's an account that has seen a lot of wear and tear from appliedness.
Absolutely.
A lot of appliedness.
And you know, why I mentioned this is there could be a couple scenarios. One, it may be I'm filling in while someone's out of the office and you call in, or your account calls in to ask, hey, what's going on with XYZ? I'm not sure. Again, I can sit there and look at the activity. It's going to take a long time.
It's a lot to have to go through.
Right. And the customer just wants to get caught up. They when they call your agency, they just know that you are the face of the agency, so you want to be providing them the same level of service. There's a couple ways to access it. There is this Catch Me Up button here. So what this will do is take the activity and provide you a summary. So let's go ahead and click on that. EVA pane pops up with your information. All right, tells me the last 3 months. So Ryan Beukema, thank customers they applied, and yada, yada, yada. Now, 3 months is fine, but I'm on the customer's phone right now. I haven't talked to them. You know, even if I'm not filling in for Ryan, maybe you haven't talked to them in a while. Maybe it's been a minute, and you want to see what's happened in the last few weeks or the last week itself. So let's go ahead and slice it down and see, why is he calling me? So it looks like, okay, he called in recently, he's dissatisfied with his current provider and wants to switch back his home insurance. It looks like we did have home, so he wants to get a new quote. We can absolutely do that.
So you're able to, if we click on that last week's summary, so you're able to determine from a summarization standpoint, I only want to look at the last week, month, 3 months, a full year. You can determine what type of level of summarization you want.
And you can, yes, exactly.
How far back you want.
In fact, think about home policies. They do run about a year long. So this, I got the immediate result I need for this summary. That's his immediate need. Maybe if I want to get a fuller context, we just recently added this 12-month summary, as Anoop mentioned. So now I can go a little deeper and get a full story of, all right, what's going on, his concerns about claims. And so if I have a lot more history going on, again, instead of sitting there, try to understand that context, I can get a much broader sense of what's going on. And I can create tasks based on this. So if I don't know what to do next, so I can say, all right, let's break this up.
So the system is going to take the summary that I got from the account that it provided for you. And then it's going to recommend, these are different tasks that you can leverage, right?
Absolutely.
What if somebody doesn't like one of the tasks?
You know, we have these lovely thumbs up.
Thumbs up, thumbs down. I saw that.
Yeah, if you see this here, so you like the summary, this is great, perfect. This is a great summary. We love your feedback. If there's one of these tasks you're like, well, that doesn't make sense, you can go ahead and hit thumbs down. That's fine. It will give you a pop-up box where you can give a sound off, leave us your comments. You're not going to hurt our feelings. Please let us know. We thrive on feedback. If you want to leave feedback, you can. Otherwise, you can say, I don't like that summary. But let's say you like this one here. You can draft in familiar workspace.
Throws it right into a task.
You know, I'm not the guy who runs this. I'm just filling in for, I'm going to give this to the assigned producer, and I can go through my usual workspace workflow. So that's a great way to catch me up. It's right there. And there's several ways to get to it. There is this EVA button, which is the AI pane, which will access all of that, your AI features here. So make sure you have several different avenues. So that's a great way, is the catch me up option. Now you have a 12-month summary for, again, great use case for those homeowner policies or those customers you don't probably talk to, you know, within the last 3 months. Maybe it's beyond that. So,
So we've gotten 2 down here. We got email content assist. We got account summarization. And I believe the other one that Anoop talked about quickly was product assist. Like, it was helping you understand how to use the system without having to go read through the support material. How does that work?
Now, we have wonderful support articles, as you know. If some people, everyone's a different learner. And in my agency, I'm newer. I'm filling in for, you know, I'm trying to figure out what's going on in this account. So I know I need to make a new quote for home, but I don't know how to do it. Okay. There's several avenues. I can ask a coworker. I can wait for them to give me an answer. I can read an article. Now, I can also ask EVA. So there's an option here, just like the Catch Me Up. You can click Ask EVA, and it'll bring you several different prompts. Now, these look familiar. Remember how in the email campaigns you had different like templates to get you started? So if you want to know how to download the Outlook plugin, it's a very popular one. It's going to pre-fill down here. You can send it off just like you would for the email campaign. So this is going to let you ask questions to EVA. So I want to ask about, how do I quote a homeowner's policy? Because again, I don't really know. So let's go ahead.
You could be a new employee. You could have just been started at the agency. So this is going to give you the step-by-step process that you need to do to go start.
So I'm going to follow this. So go to the details tab, and remember how you mentioned that it's staying there. It's staying with me as I do this process. And again, thumbs up, thumbs down. This is wonderful. If something happens, I don't like it, you know, you can go ahead and say, you're missing this step. that's fine. Give us feedback, but you got that immediate result. Again, you can use the chat support, you can use the support articles, but if you want to just utilize this new feature here in EVA, you can ask the question directly, ask any new questions, and it's also available whenever you go open the EVA pane. You'll see it right here. Ask anything about EVA. Again, your summarization document and this information's here. And again, as you noticed, EVA is really going to be there to save you time so you can focus on that important information.
And I really like that the assist program, because it is leveraging our support material. It is leveraging the same training material that you would get. So you get just right here.
Right there. I mean, if you ever forget, again, ask the question mark where you see your regular support, or if you're on the home page, you'll see ask EVA, like, hey, I need more help. It's there for you as well. You know, you can ask any question you like.
So, for example, the Outlook plugin, how do I actually install it? Step-by-step instructions to go do it.
You got the download link right here and tells you exactly what to do. And then there's a 365 plugin, the desktop version. It's all right there. You can ask whatever questions you need. No longer searching through all those documents. If you still want to do that, that option's still available for you.
Waji, thank you so much. This is some amazing things. Again, I know you'll be at AppliedNet this year, so this will be some cool stuff to be able to show off at AppliedNet. But again, thank you for swinging by and showing us off this cool stuff. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Well, there you have it. We had some really amazing things today. We talked a little bit about AppliedNet right off the start. Again, October 6th to the 9th at the Aria Resort in Las Vegas. Please join us. And please join us because you're going to be able to see some of those really cool AI features that are coming out that Anoop talked about back during his segment. And again, thank you both to Anoop and Waji for coming on, showing off AI. If you're not leveraging these features in the system, take a look at them. They're extremely valuable to your agency. They really help drive efficiency and productivity. I'd highly recommend them. Other than that, that's all the time we have for the show today. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And as we say here in Texas, we'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.